Yep. All
We
right.
live?
Here we're live.
Okay, well, we just need some people to show up and see if it's working. Right? It's always good if it's working. Anyway, today we're with you and we're going to do something unique and fun, and I think people are going to like it because it's going to be unique and fun, but it's not going to be huge. It's going to be delicate and small.
Wait till you see it, guys. It's so pretty and classy.
Yeah, well, there's so many ways you can go with it too, you know. You can make it a little bigger if you want to. You don't have to. But I think leaving it small is good because some people, you know, if you do shows or whatever, you probably have heard people say, I love it, but I would never wear anything that big.
Hi, ladies.
Hey, Carol's there. Mary. Hey, Mary. How you doing? You know, I would never wear anything that big. Well, if you can figure out a way to accommodate them, then that means what? More cha-ching for you, right? Or if you make your stuff for gifts, people will like it more and wear it more. Or maybe you don't like big stuff. Anyway, so I'm going to show you. I got some little doofus on here myself today, but I better take it off so I can be the model for you.
Yes.
And show, hey Jan, so I can be the model and show you what it looks like. I got flat hair. Won't be for long. I found a new haircut at YouTube. Huh? Speak
up.
loud. I found a new cut at YouTube. So I'm going to tell John what to do.
Oh.
He'll love that.
Shorter,
Probably
longer.
No,
same length?
it's going to stay pretty much this length, but it's layers. She showed how to do it for fine hair because I got this thing going on here and it's always in my face and disgusts me. So this girl specializes in in fine hair. So she showed how to cut layers in it so it works for you. So I saw it and I'm like, oh wow, you know, I almost felt like I can do this, and I was good. See, and I was like, no, don't do that, Brenda, don't do that. Every time it's a disaster. So I gotta go see John.
I'm tempted to cut my hair short.
Really? Why?
I don't know. I'm just tired of it. Okay, wait till you see this up close, guys. The minute I saw it, I'm like, I'm making one of these for me.
It should be, I think, a little bit shorter.
Shorter. Okay, but wait, I'm going to zoom in.
You pretend it's shorter.
If you look over this way, I'm going to zoom in. It's a mini assemblage, but look how classy and elegant and sophisticated that looks. Should I go in a little closer? Let's see. Yeah, look at that. I mean, is that the cutest? I love it.
I do too. I think I'm gonna keep this and wear it. Oh, see, I'm looking at myself. I need to look in there.
Yes.
Okay, so I do need to look over here. This reason I have this iPad over here is so that I can see when you come on and I can say something. Now, this is not going to be, you know, like a concentrated class. Like the last 4 weeks we did epoxy sculpt, and I told you guys, hey, we may have to wait to greet you or answer your questions till later. Okay, don't hold that in front of my face.
I'm sorry. I just want them to see it up close.
They don't like that. Anyway. So, but it's pretty.
It is adorable, isn't it?
That'll be a good picture. I'll put it on the group too. You'll see.
Okay.
So, anyway, so we're going to show you how to do it. And actually, you know how. You know, what's the big deal? You know how long have we been doing assemblage? Ever since I came on here. Do you know how long that is? 14 years.
Wow.
I mean, you know, that's a big chunk of your life. So if you've been watching me during that time for any stretch at all, you know a lot about assemblage because I'm an assemblage artist. You know, that's the number one thing for me. And then I do a little bit of wire wrap, I do a little bit of beading, I do a little bit of metal. You know, I do a little bit about a lot of things. But assemblage is my thing. Assemblage or us, you know. That's what's about around here. Hey, Annalise, how you doing? Okay, well, I hope we have a good bunch today. So, I was just going to show you, okay, this I did, let's pull this up. You can focus down here now,
Okay.
if you don't mind. Maybe you can get a little closer to it and zoom in a little bit. And let's see. Okay, so you could do this like that, and to do this, you need a blank that looks like that. Hey, Colleen. Hey, Andrea. Oh, she's clocking in 7 minutes, but she's catching a few minutes. So he's going to work. Now you might think like these little holes here are just I got mascara on my finger. That's nice. Anyways, you might think these are too small, but they are not. And one way you can check is if your holes will go over one of these here tools. Where do I put it so you can see it? I always get confused. Yeah, okay, this is that pointy tool that I use a lot. If you get one of these and it will go over that, you're good to go. So I found a, hey Dara, I found out that this goes through. Now it's a little stuff, but you can broach it out, which means you just stick it in there and twist it a little bit, you know. Give it a little twist. Okay. So now your 18 gauge, like 4mm, John, would be the best thing. Will fit in there just fine. So it's fun. Also, these little heart blanks I thought would be really cute. So yeah, they're plenty big. So I thought those would look good. Those would be fun to do. And I will give you the numbers for these in just a hot minute here because I got them. And then also I found this as I was searching around. I found this. Now it's a little bigger, but I thought that you could hang big, delicate little things from it and make a little bit more, you know, out of it than if it was itty bitty. But I mean, it's not going to be big by any means. It's going to be on the small side. So hey, Debbie. So this one will work too. Also, another thing that would work, you remember in the epoxy sculpt class, we took these filigree and we put epoxy sculpt behind them and we dusted them with
That's what that is.
Yeah, that's what it is. Now, for this, I believe I probably would have put a hole here too. And I did. I just had them on either side because I thought it would probably be bracelet.
Oh.
But
It could be.
yeah, but if I put a hole here, maybe it would have been a beautiful necklace.
But you could still make it a necklace, hang there, and do a little
Yeah,
drop
I
off the
just
bottom.
do a little drop off the bottom, and that's what I will do, you know. But this is very pretty too. It's a pretty look and easy. And you could take a smaller filigree that sometimes you have trouble working with because it is so small, and do this to it. And then think of the possibilities. I mean, lots. And you know, of course, this doesn't have to be peachy pink. You know, I use perfect pearls to color this. All I did is wash it over. I mean, the brush, just brush it over. So, you know, it could be blue, it could be pewter color, it could be gold color, it could be a lot of things. Yeah.
You
See,
could add
that looks good, rose gold.
little mosaic
In fact,
pieces.
in fact, I would take, there we go. Okay. I would take
Ooh. One of
this
those
little
is
spread
so
thing.
pretty.
These were things I put aside for myself. I have to get, I gotta buy some more stampings real quick. Okay, as soon as I pay my bills, I'll buy them. Alrighty, so, okay.
Oh, look how pretty.
So I put that in the middle.
Yes, Andrea, I agree. She said she likes this idea, the lighter weight to wear, and yet still so many
And
possibilities.
people are going to be attracted to it because that little sparkly thing is going to be jumping. And they're going to say, what is that?
And you could wear it with so many things.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, see, you could
Look
do
how
that.
pretty.
I mean, something like that. And then put like a
Some
little
rhinestones.
pearl or rhinestone or some kind of, looking over here at what I got. I don't have any rhinestones small enough, but
Oh,
I've got
here's a little
There's a
pearl.
pearl. That'll work. How about that?
Pretty.
And that makes some little hang thing here. Okay. Now, I was telling you about this one. What you could do with it. Now, I'll just show you a for instance because I have one here I'm working on. Now, it's not done, but I'm just going to move this over here, guys. I have one over here I'm working on. And this what I did.
Oh, cute.
So, oh, you can't see the whole, I'm going to move
Pull it up just a little towards you. There we go. And I will
You see?
expand this out. There we go.
Yeah, so you can embellish this and put your necklace on the side. And I have some more of this. Actually, they were finished necklaces, are vintage. And I think we had some to put on Etsy this week too. So not only they will be soon.
Yes, that is so true. And when we did this little pink one over here, and she said, and boom, it's done. Look at how quick that was.
Boom, it's done.
2 minutes.
So this is, oops, wrong way. Okay. So I'll cut this piece out. Hang it from there. I got little, can you come up this way a little bit more? Yeah. So you've got these little beaded sections here. I'll cut this piece out because you don't need it. This right here. Just cut it off. And on a chain like this, you have to look for where the connector is because you're not getting a jump through this itty bitty curved chain. Just forget about it. So you gotta go through the connector. So this is the connector. And then here you got it. And this is like a 16-inch chain. So till you take that out, you're gonna have this extra in here too to count. So it's gonna be like 18 till you're done. And it's got a clasp on it already. If you can stand that clasp, that's fine. I'm not a big fan, but it works, you know. And then I thought maybe I would put her in the middle. I'm probably going to cut the hanging hole off.
Ooh, and then embellish the sides.
And then just embellish the sides with, you know,
cute.
whatever I find that works, which I may have here and I may not. But, you know, it's just up to you. Here's a substrate or a base that I made. Let me move this over. I made that out of epoxy sculpt.
Wow.
I can embellish that. Who says I can't? I don't know. Something. You guys get the idea.
This is giving me all kinds of new ideas.
Well, of course. That's why we do it.
Oh, Colleen, yeah. She said that one looks like the making of a chatelaine if you didn't attach the chain up top. This one. It could be a brooch
Yeah,
or
it could-
something else.
it
Yeah,
could
that'd be
It
so
could be.
cute.
It could be. Colleen, those are brooches. She's a brooch girl. So, you know, now this just to show you, this is a little fat than what I would do for, if I was using it for a base, you know, substrate of some kind. You're not late. Don't worry about it, Colleen. I would maybe make a smaller, you know, ball of clay and then smash it down so it'd be like thinner.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to, but this would be really good if you could do tissue decoupage.
Oh, yes.
You know, but, you know, there's a thought too. Lots of ways you can go. And if, I mean, really, the more you keep going, the more you think. Like, for example, okay, I was going through my bags of stuff. Pull this up. I had some 28 parts. I probably will never run out of them. Anyway, so I had these little bracelet connectors. I used to carry these, but they just, you know, they're kind of expensive for what they are. But I got some in the miscellaneous stuff, so hey, those are mine. So anyway, so I put a connector up here, and I did jumps for a connector, and then I hung one of those earring pendants that we have on Etsy. And I think we still. Hey, Claire, how you doing? I think we still have them, for that matter. So now what I could do is I could do an itty bitty little, itty bitty, because it's only 18 by 13.
Oh, but it would look cute.
Yeah, and let's see what I got. Now, what I would do in a case like this is, what's that? Some kind of thing. Okay. I would get into the bead caps, like that mosaic mix that I carry. I would get in there and find little guys. Really little chiquititas. Really small. They're so small, they're hardly at all. Okay, so. Oh, I got a staple in there too. If you're looking for the industrial look, and you got a staple here. Let's put a staple.
Oh boy.
You know, that's the kind of thing I would have done back in the day when I was starting out. I would do stuff like that. I would totally do stuff like that. I think I told you before, but I still have it too, because I've got a box of really old brooches from like way before I knew any of you guys, let me tell you. Late 80s, early 90s. And I put a zipper in it, in the front of it.
Oh, cool.
So we were at this show, and we had 3 tables going around in a U, and then they could walk into our booth. So we had a lot of space. So we were filling it up, taking the stuff out of the flats and the hampers, putting it out. My mom was helping me. She's on one side, I was on the other. So she's over there, and she gets that piece. And I heard her say, "Why would you ever wear that?"
Oops.
She doesn't know to this day I heard her. Didn't bother me a bit. Because, hey, I knew what I do. And I knew I was not the only person like me. And a lot of people were seeing my stuff, the first stuff they had, for the first time. They had not seen jewelry like this. So they were very intrigued, and we sold a lot of it. We didn't sell it all because I still got a whole box full, but in the garage. But
sorry about the shaky camera there.
Yeah, we're doing our best. So that's, people bought it. I mean, I'll never forget the first show I ever did was in Austin Town Fitch High School, which I don't think is even there, or they sold it to somebody else anyway. It's not a high school anymore. But we just had one little table, $20. Sell what you want, the old stuff, new stuff, junk, whatever, they didn't care. So I had a couple of flats, beer flats full of friendly plastic earrings and puff paint earrings, if you can imagine. They were on a little piece of wood, and I did puff paint. And I stuck like glitter in them and little stones and stuff, and they were really quite, frankly, awful by anybody's standards. But they were $2-3 a pair. Because I made them like assembly lines fashion. I just line them up, just however the wind moved me, however it blew me, that's what I did. So I made all those things, and we didn't come from that show, which was my first, we didn't come home with hardly any. Of course, my pockets weren't lined with money because they were $2. Duh. But you learn as you go. And also, I learned before too long that quality of handmade was not going to work forever. So I had to get better. I had to challenge myself with absolutely everything I made to make it more effective and more appealing. Someone say, who would ever wear that? I don't think I heard anybody, and I've heard a lot of negative comments in my time. I don't think I heard anybody say, who would wear that? And my mom's not nasty. She's a sweetheart. I think it just was like no filter moment, something like that. But anyway, So let's see what Claire says. 'Cause she does a lot of shit. I love to watch how you connect all the different parts. I'm going to dig through all my 28 parts and see what I can put together for my WTW. There you go. Now, at this time, we're not selling that line anymore. It's gone. The only thing that remains of that is what we all have in our collections. And I would say to you, rather than divest yourself of it, I would hold on to it because nobody else had that but me. And it was 1928, which is widely collected. So things that you make out of that are worth more. The parts are worth more. And they cost more now. That's why I don't have them. But Mr. Bernie told me that I could buy miscellaneous throwbacks. It doesn't mean they're junky. That doesn't mean they don't, they're messed up or anything. It just means they decided not to make jewelry out of them, or they maybe had a little bit of overrun for a private customer like me, and so there they lay. So they just threw them in a bin. And always in those bags he sends, because I usually get like around 25 pounds. That's a lot. That is a lot of standings. And when I go through them, I find stuff like, where was it? Where'd it go? I know it's sitting right here. Well, it's not now. But anyway, my key thing, my watch key thing, that I love that pendant, I love that. There were 25 in there last time. And I sent them out, and I had them done old silver and matte black. Because that's the only thing that's cost effective enough for me to do. Anything, like gold or like my silverware plate, I gotta do that in brass because it weighs less. The pewter weighs too much. Pretty soon you'll get twice what the pewter part costs in plating. So I can't do it. So what we have to do, is learn how to colorize it ourselves, which, let me tell you what, it is not hard, and I have videos up about doing it. So we have raw pewter parts coming out on Etsy real soon. When you see them, grab them, they're a deal, and then just learn how to colorize them. You can't earn them, just learn how to colorize them. I would not try to do torch patina. That does not work. First of all, it's ugly on pewter. Second of all, you're probably going to melt it, because pewter has a very low melting point. Like, depending on the alloy, it could be 400 to 700. So, at 400 you can melt the oven. Not that you should, but anyways, that's how that goes. So, anyway, let's see what we can come up for in here. What do you guys think?
Okay, I'm gonna move back
It
down.
would be fun and see what we can do in just a bit of time. Now, what did I do with my glue? It'd be nice to know. I know it was right here.
What are you looking for?
My E6000. It was sitting right there. Oh,
Oh, there it is.
all right. Where did he go? I think this is actually maybe too big.
Yeah, I think so too.
Unless you were just going to do that
As a base.
and put a stone in it and do like mixed metals, that would be fun, but I think that this is too big. This would be like for a bigger piece like this.
Yeah.
So, anywho, let me throw that off. So, we're going to go with stuff like this. And let's just play with a little before I start gluing, because we don't want to have that disaster going on. So, here's a little daisy spacer. I'm going to use my finger. You stick that in there. Then maybe a little silver one. And maybe one of these spritzy things. I love these. These look really good on white, especially. Oops. Anyway, I'm not doing a very good job, but you can see where I'm going with this. And then I've got this bigger piece in the middle. I have a little bit of dimension there because it's stand out. And I might maybe stack something on that. And then I would glue that in, let that be. Now you say, well, why would you let it be? You got places in here and up here you put them. What it's called? It's called
Noble pearls.
Noble pearls. They save you every time. Another thing that will work in there is if you happen to have some micro beads, caviar beads, perfect.
And I also think these little bitty tiny ones,
Mhm.
when you have something with a lip, sometimes things want to slant, you could use one of these, put it in there, and then it'll lay flat
Right.
if you use this underneath.
Right. Another thing you can do with these bead caps is really fun. It's like you've got this piece going around here, and then you've got these two connector pieces. And it's okay because, I mean, it's necessary to have it. But sometimes you can take and you can hang these doofus little things right on there like the wheel and the roof.
Oh.
And then it's coolness. It's coolness. And you could put them up here too. So I just really load your thing up with stuff. So, and put one here. So that would be beautiful. So that's, pretty much what I think I'm going to do with that. So I think I'll just do it right now. You want to watch me do it?
Yeah.
Not really, but no. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Of course I do.
They want to watch me do it. That's why they're here. I better do it. Better do something besides yak your face off, girl. All right. Okay, let's see. Are there other? I have quite the collection. Putting them out and just looking. A lot of people do that. I look them out and then I pull ones out and say, that can go, that can go. And I sell them on. But I can still get, if I could just get everything caught up and a little ahead, I need about $1,000, maybe 15, probably 15, maybe a little more. I could probably buy 8 to 10 pieces of that line and get them back, maybe not. And the popular ones, the things that are really useful, like the hand with the little ring where you can hang stuff. See, I had on, where's that necklace I had on? See, I'll show you. This one. Now this is a little itty bitty one. I have no more of these guys. But this would be perfect on something like this.
Mm-hmm.
And those are not expensive, so I could probably get 100 of them, 200 of them, and it wouldn't take up too much of my budget. So smaller pieces like that he's not likely to send me. The watch key, maybe some more of those. I know what I want. This is not small. I want the spinner assemblage that has the frame over top of it.
Mm-hmm.
I want that bad.
Yeah, those are pretty.
Because I had to sell my own. I had a miscount. And I had to sell my own, and I was boo-hooing that. Okay, it'd be nice if I could get in here.
I agree, Colleen. I think the no-hole pearls make things look really elegant
yes.
when you use them to fill in. They just add that extra little bit of class.
Mm-hmm. But then, there are parts I would like to get. To be honest with you, brass stampings are not cheaper. They're not. I think I told you last week, I just got a notice from one of the companies that I buy the most from that we're sorry, but you're going to find out that the price went up next time you buy it. I'm like, thank you. They haven't sacrificed any of their profit, that's for sure. Anyways. But, I'm known for having brass stampings, and I can have more of those, and I have pewter parts. Simply for the part that they have thousands and thousands. What Mel does too, it has 35,000 molds or more now. But the toolers probably have 100,000 dies. And then there are companies that have gone out of business, and they've bought their dies up. So if you have an old catalog of one of those companies they bought out, and you don't see it in their catalog yet, I can write to them and say, hey, what about this part? Can you make it for me? And they'll say, yeah, I said, I'll take the first 2 gross. I said, but you're going to sell the heck out of this, believe me. I know these things, what people will buy at parts. Well, we trust you that you do. So they went ahead and made them for me, and I was the only one who had it for a while. And it was one of the Muka ladies. So, sometimes I can get that. They still like me even though I pay them kind of slow. Anyway. Alright, so if I put this around, put that there. These little needle nosies guys, whoops, can I show you? Yeah, see them? If you don't have some of these, you need them. They're cheap too. I think we have some, we usually do. If we don't, tell me, because I can get those. But yeah, that's a nice thing
I'll
about
look and
that.
see.
Or I've found stuff stashed away over at Mel's when I was over there. I come home and I call them and say, hey, you know, do you know anything about this? Oh, yeah, we got that out back, but the dye needs refurbished. I said, well, could you go ahead and do that? Because I'll buy it. And if I buy it and other people see it, other vendors will sell it too. Oh, yeah, we'll get it. Okay. Deborah says she's late. What did I tell you? There's no late here. You're never late. Why is that? Because it's recorded. And you can see it anytime. So now I don't think I'm going to put any more pieces in there. And you know why? Because this could be filled in nicely.
We do have tweezers.
Oh, good.
The code number is TOOL, T-O-O-L, 07843.
You know, the pickup tool that I have for stones is great for stones, but it does not work so hot for these pearls. So I find I still gotta do them by hand. Wow. I do. So I just put a few pearls in here, not too many. Just a few. And these are just the right size, about a 2 millimeter, whatever. I don't know what we got on the site right now. We may be low. I've been checking to see what
Let me
we're
check.
low on. I know I have some here, and it's probably bags of stuff I bought that never got on yet. So we need to go ahead and do that. I mean, who can get it if we leave it in a bag down in the basement, right? So, anyway, I hope I'm inspiring you. And maybe you'll come over to the site and you'll find a few little new things you can use, because I'm not just using 1928, although I love it. These bases, those are brass stampings. And I have ones that are plated, meaning they're not real brass, so you don't have to finish them off in any way. So that's a thought too, but yeah, this works. And we have the mosaic bead mix, and the bead mix section, if you don't have any, what that is hundreds of little spacer parts like these kind that I used on here. And they come in so handy, and they're really very reasonable when you consider there are that many in the bag. When you get the bag, you look at it and say, there's nothing in here. Okay, spill it out and tell me that. You know, no, you won't. You say, oh, I get it. So, here's another little place I want to put one. Sometimes, you know, in assemblage, you want to kind of get up under something. You know, so I think here's another place I'm going to get up under. Isn't it pretty? And I think I'm going to go back and take those jumps off and put some little wheels on them. Because people love stuff that has movement. Yeah, I want to get the spinner again. It's going to be expensive, but people do ask for it, and they were pretty willing to pay for it. So, I mean, like, you know, price went up, you know. But I'm only ever going to do matte black and silver, because I can't do gingerbread and pewter. You guys, maybe some of you have been with me for a while, you know how I had to pull that whole line because it was getting verdigris, because pewter gas is off, and it has little pits in it, and it shouldn't matter, it does on brass stampings, but on pewter it does, and what will happen is then it will verdigris. So you can catch it, and you can clear off a little bit, and then put some copper metallic pen over it, and you're fine, you're good to go.
We are going to need to add some no-hole pearls to
Are
the
we?
site, but I think we have some out there.
Okay.
So I will try to add some
Okay, thanks.
today.
Thanks, Diane. So these come in really handy. Sweetness.
Oh, watch gears, yes. That would give
Oh
it a
yeah,
steampunk. That'd be
the
great.
ones they call fairy dust. That's a real any. I don't know how they could ever even use them. Itty bitty ones, and they're perfect. I always liked them for throwing down in resin. But you know, here's another thing you could do right there. Let me tell you that. You could get an 18 by 13 mold for a resin dome, and you could make it will be for cabochon. You can make a cabochon in the mold, and then you could pour it halfway full, and then you put your watch parts and things like that. You do that, and then I see where I can maybe put a little more. Later on, I'll do it.
That looks so
And then you
cute.
can throw them down in there. You can even throw a little tent down in if you wanted, and then fill it up to the top. Let's set up, and oh baby, that's very good. That's very, very good. She just came with her WTW. There you go. There you go. So anyway, what I'm going to do, I find that lately people are asking me for kits, which for a long time they didn't. And being honest with you, I kind of hedged about kits because the ones I do for the classes are just, they're a bear. They're very hard because there are a lot of pieces to it. But something like this, no. I could throw some bases in there. I could throw maybe one of these little parts in. I could throw the rings in. I could throw some of this stuff here and some no-hole pearls and whatever else I think needs to go in there. Make a nice little kit where, you know, some of the stuff maybe you guys would have, but a person who's new to us doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And a young person would probably enjoy making a kit. You know, so, and here's another thing, Kimler, I just thought of this. Since you do shows, some promoters will not let you sell kits. I know when I did shows, because that was a while back, no kits. They let you sell paparazzi jewelry, but no kits.
Weird.
So, but if your show promoter doesn't mind you selling, you can make kits of stuff. I mean, like my stuff, whatever you have, whatever. You could sell little kits at your shows if you wanted to. So I think I'm going to make, you know what, I'm going to use the stuff I got out, because I got a lot of stuff here, and over here I got a lot more. And I'm going to make up about 10 kits. And the first one, I'm going to give away to the first person who gives me a $35 order today. And the rest of them we're putting on the site, and you can buy them.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you don't need a code, you don't need anything. Just if you do a $35 order,
The first
then
person.
the first one will just mark that you get it, and we'll staple the kit to your order, and there you go. So that's what I'm going to do this week, because I haven't done a giveaway here much yet. And yeah, you say, well, it's not really a giveaway because I got to order something. Well,
But you're getting something for free.
you're getting something worthwhile for free, and postage ain't cheap, you know. So, that, you know, you do a little something for me, I'm going to do something extra for you that means something. You might make, you know, 4 or 5 necklaces out of it, which you can sell. I don't know. What do you guys think you would get for this one? Because you're more on it.
I love it.
This, I'll tell you what, this is an expensive bead chain too. Like this chain here, there's about 18 inches of it. That would be close $10 for the chain at retail. No kidding. So you and I have to put this chain on it. Or you could put a little bit of it and then put plain chain to the back. You know, and save however you could. But this chain is kind of spendy. But retail detail on this brass, can you, yeah, there we go. This is what I use, this part, and it is, oh, I did write that one down. Well, you know it. You know what, I'll get it, and I'll bring it back. I got, okay, so if, I don't think it's $1, maybe, something like that. And this little church, you know, if you get a bag full of that from me, you're gonna make
Loads of stuff.
It's just, you're not talking about making one piece. You're gonna get a lot of doofus. So you don't really have much in that, at all. Even at retail, you don't. Or you may have leftovers. So yeah, get them out. You could have found items like little tiny keys, like you said, the watch parts and things like that. There's a lot of stuff you could use. So you put that on there. So I'm thinking, okay, this $1. Let's not count much for it. This is expensive, this change, so maybe we wouldn't use all that. Maybe we'd use, a cheaper chain that we've got $3-4 in.
Okay, so you're talking $6 in the whole thing.
Oh,
If you add a clasp.
And then the back. So it's about about $7.50 you got in it.
And you could easily get,
How much, guys?
I would say $25 to $30. Wouldn't you think?
In some markets, I'm saying,
25 for sure.
yeah. I think in this market or at Etsy, about 22.
But that's still a
But
good
some-
return on
and
the
you know,
$7.
You could start it at 25. You can always come down. Or
Have a
you
little
have a
sale. Yeah.
I always have a sale going on. You know, you guys know that. Every time you come to my Etsy, there's some kind of something on. So if you think of it, let's just say you got $7 in it. You put $7 in it. I like to triple my money, and this takes like next to no time. Like you could even line them up and do them like assembly line style.
I can't imagine anyone who wouldn't pay $20 for that or $22.
Yeah,
It's elegant.
Yeah, it is.
And it looks rich
Yeah,
and classy.
yeah. I mean, really too. I mean, where else are you gonna get something like that? Have you seen stuff like that? Maybe you've made stuff, so okay, fine. But
I haven't really seen stuff like that.
I've never made anything that tiny. I don't think so. You know me, I'm all over the place. So, there's something to think about, you know. She says $25
Yeah,
each.
that's what
Well,
I think.
that's, well, you would know, Claire, and I'm so glad that you responded because you do a lot of shows, so you know. So we can take your word for it. And you're down in Kentucky, is it? I don't know. Remember where Claire's from? I should know. I think Kentucky. Yeah, Kelly is like Southern Ohio, you're Kentucky, yeah. Yeah, so she usually triples hers as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like now, if you had something with a lot of work, or that you couldn't do assembly line style and get a lot of them done.
Well, then
like
you need
that,
to you need to do more than triple the parts
You need to do a little bit more.
for your time.
Yeah, well,
If it's hours and hours and hours of work.
yeah. So, for this, you're probably looking at a profit of 12
To $18,
to
depending on what you
15,
price it.
something like that, yeah. That's not bad. That is not bad. Now, you know, we're used to with
Kentucky.
jewelry, yeah. We're used to with jewelry, you know, making a little bit more than that. But we have to do what's practical. And if it's something you can lay out and do a bunch at a time, then
Oh, could you imagine?
Why
Like
not?
make a little assembly line
yeah.
and do them quickly? I don't know why this is not.
Well, you know how Beasley does when she does her hearts, and I don't demonstrate how to paint on brass hearts, never have. But you know, she sits down for a day or two and she just paints them all. And then she's got a bunch of components to use, and that's no different than this. You know, when you make little resin cabs or things like that in your molds, you know, you make a bunch at a time so that when they come out the mold, you got a whole bunch of stuff to use. So, you know, that's how you, and also too, like with doing patina on parts, or doing color on parts, whether it be some of this raw pewter coming in, or you do it on raw brass, or you go over a color like brass lux takes color super well. Looks great.
It does.
Yeah. So, you know, you could do that. And after you like those big flowers, I like. In fact, I just put some on Etsy. I don't know if they sold out or not. They might have. But those, just take an afternoon and paint flowers. And then when you're ready to do painted flower jewelry, there you go. So, I mean, it's easy. Miss Moore says she never made anything that small. I didn't. I don't think so. I'll have to think hard. I don't think so. I mean, I was like, I come from the vintage community, as you know. That's where I have my foundation. And I was trained by the shops I picked for to look for quality, look for stones out, look for broken stuff, and is it at least 3 inches big? In red, purple, blue, jewel colors. Nowadays we do a lot of crystal, clear, pearls. We do orange, we do yellow. You know, back then that was kiss of death. You could never sell something like that, you know. But times have changed. But I was trained back then to get big stuff and look for signatures. Well, we're not doing that. We're doing our own thing because we are the designers. We are the designers. We are the designers. I'm nuts. Anyway, so, hey, I think these are going to go.
I do too.
And you know what else? This would make a cool earring.
Yeah, it would.
I'd wear that. I would so wear that. You know what it is? If you wear this as an earring, that's a lot of earring.
But I like that.
There are no parts that are big. Have you noticed that? Some different lines like Michael Nagrin and Fireworks, I think it is, one I started with when I did the mosaic and inspired me. And, just a lot of stuff, Shelley Cooper, some, you know, things like that. Their jewelry comes out, you know, pretty statement-like, but it's made of little parts. So it doesn't give you the feeling, Colleen Tolan, that's another one. It doesn't give you the feeling of it being so huge, and it's not heavy. This would not be heavy.
You know what you could do, though, to make it a little less, is take these hoops off and just glue a post on the back of this piece.
Well, you'd have to take the ears off.
Yeah.
You could if you like posts. I don't.
I do. You know why? Because a piece like this that dangles on my ears tends to turn a lot.
There you go.
Spin and turn, and then I don't like the way it hangs.
Okay, let's pull.
But if you put a post,
let's ask
it doesn't.
Let's ask them. Hey, you guys.
Post or wire?
What sells best for you, wire or post? Also, if you don't sell or whatever, which do you prefer? Which would you prefer? Would you wear like a French wire, Euro clip, something like that? Or would you wear a post? Or maybe you wear clips.
Yeah.
Some people don't have pierced ears.
Correct.
You know, so there's nothing wrong with that. What would you wear? I'm going to pause for a minute so that you guys can answer me because I am so parched. I got to get a bottle of water out of
In the meantime, I'll hold that up closer
yeah.
so they get a better look at it.
So tell me, I want to know. I ain't leaving till you tell me. So somebody better speak up. We'll be here all day and all night.
Look how cute that is.
Lever back. Use a lever back earring finding would help supporting. Yes, it would. So there you go. There you go, Diane.
That's true.
If you use a lever back, a small one, it'll support it. You know what? 1928 does that a lot. Some things they do right.
I'll leave this down till you take a drink.
So so you don't see me like lugging this water. I was like, man, that girl could drink what she did with a bottle of whiskey. whiskey.
Oh. Wire for Colleen. I think it depends on the earring too, though. If it's something for me that's going to twist and turn, I prefer post.
I like a French wire.
But if it's something that's hanging that's not going to really spin
Yeah.
and change its view, then I like wire because it's lighter weight.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. What
Oh,
was it?
clips.
Oh, there's somebody new. She says, prefer post, but will wear wires.
Me too. I do prefer the post. though.
Annalise from Norway says she likes clip-ons.
Yeah, everybody has their preference.
Well, you know, she says she makes a good point. She did the big bling earrings of the 80s, and you know, I did a lot of those as
Me
clips.
too.
Because you had to buy those monster posts, and they were always breaking.
And they would pull your ear down,
They would.
but a clip would not.
Yeah, they were. Got my hair in. I hate
Dara says wire.
wire. Wire's what I have at the site.
Yeah, I agree, Claire. I prefer lever back to fish hook or French hook because they do slide sometimes out and you can lose them.
That's right.
Unless you put one of those little plastic
okay,
stoppers.
for example. Oh, shoot. There I got it. Okay, for example, I'm going to take this one off.
Yeah, I do agree, Colleen. It is dependent on how the earring is
Now,
made.
these are some that Mel made. Actually, I think they're imports, but they're pretty.
Yeah, they are
Okay.
pretty. Here, I'm
I
gonna
see
slide
some.
down. I just said to Brenda before we started filming how pretty these were, and she said they were 1928.
And they have these little ball and like it's almost like
They're not turning much on you, though.
no, it's like a ball and headpin.
I think
It's
because
got to
of the
fit.
way they're connected in the middle,
Yeah.
because they have two connectors, they stay straight, so
Yeah.
these wouldn't bother me.
Yeah,
But if it's on
would be
one, it would
twisting
be
and swirling.
spinning, and that's what
And
bugs
that's
me.
something they do a lot at 1928. They understand that.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
smart about that.
But there's a hair. I hate that. Ugh.
I'm always trying not to chop your head off, and then I feel like I'm being a little loosey-goosey with
But
the
anyway, they put these little stopper things.
Yes.
And I think I have them at the website. I think I do.
Deborah likes lever backs and kidney wires. But see, kidney wires close, too. That makes a difference.
Yeah. I'm trying to put these, but, oh, you know what? I should just put it in my ear. Always include a stopper with them. They can't always use. Yeah, they don't always. That's the same way with me.
Mhm.
Because I'm lazy. I don't want to take. And then this one ear here that I'm trying to get it back in, it's like semi-closed. I need to go have it redone. And sometimes it takes me a while to get them in. That one. So.
Thank you. That's very sweet.
Who?
Brenda enjoys doing these with you as well.
What? I don't see. Anyway.
Second last one.
Oh, she wants to say hi. Oh,
Right
you're
here.
so sweet,
Yeah, so
Annalise. You are so sweet. Now, you guys know, I told you, this is the last live one for a while. That doesn't mean we're not with you. We're going to put a lot of heart and a lot of personality into the productions. We always did. If you go back, we never used to have live videos.
No, and we'll occasionally have a live here.
Then we
there.
just kind of broke into that. The reason we're doing them a lot now is because when Javi had to leave, this was easier for us because there were fewer people here to do the work, and it's just easier to do a live because we don't have to go back and, edit it. But we're going back to that format because I'm finding it really is true. People have super short attention spans. I know there are some people who will follow a teacher and they'll sit there for an hour and a half and watch her. God love them. But the ones that do better are 15 minutes or less. So we're going to try to find things to do that we can show you in that amount of time. Or we'll get Javi to show us how to do the speed up type thing on them. She used to do a lot of it. We're going to go back to that. And then once in a while, we'll come live. And we're not done all together doing live. Oh, no, we're not. We will be back doing it live in real time. And I don't know if our time frame is going to change or not because I'm used to having until 2 o'clock p.m. Wednesday to get my stuff together. And, if I have to do them earlier than that, that might be kind of tough. So then we might move them to Friday or something.
Or we could do it the week before and then post it on Wednesday anyway.
Yeah, maybe do it Friday.
Yeah, and then post it Wednesday.
Yeah.
So we don't have to
Because I
change
know
the
you
time
take
frame.
them home and you need time to get them. So that's a thought too. So that's what I have in mind. So this is the last live for a while. And then we'll be back with live once in a bit, okay? The new gold-plated lever back ones are way too tight. You know, sometimes they are. What you have to do is you have to pull them out. Because I got fat earlobes, and I have trouble with them. Sometimes they pinch. Woo! You know, just temporarily pinch it when you put them on, and that is not fun.
We were just talking about that today. Brenda being at her desk doing her thing, for you to do a little video of that.
Well, I do lots of those.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wasn't showing myself, and then Javi got on my case and said, you know, you got to show yourself because people want to, you know, see you're not deformed or something. I don't know. you didn't have face surgery or something. Hey, I don't know, but I mean, I used to be on here all the time. I mean, you just have to flip back in the years a little bit. I mean, I always like to say, you can watch me age.
And you watch your hair change, different styles, different colors, different cuts, yeah.
You know, but this is going to stay.
Okay.
Because it's mostly my natural color, not entirely.
And if you guys do try this mini assemblage, I hope you post lots of pictures because I'm excited to see what people
I'm really thrilled lately at the group, and most of you do belong to the group. If you don't, please join us at Bisa Boutique's creative group at Facebook, please. I haven't seen this much excitement and creativity in a while. Ever since last week, we did WTW, and then right after I said, okay, I want to see old stuff like this, and people started posting. You know, I had a lot of material to use, which I needed for the newsletters, you know. Because I really would like to send them 3 times a week, which, by the way, if you're not on the newsletter, that's true. I do post a link at the top of the creative group, but it's good to get them in your box because you know the first stuff. Usually. Sometimes a group does. But, yeah.
Okay.
That's how that goes. So anyway, thank you so much for being my friend. You got a friend. So anyway, I'm going to go finish these.
And we'll get some pictures.
And you're going to go make them. And then if somebody gives me an order at the site today for $35 up, the first person that does it is getting a kit. After that, depends on how generous I'm feeling.
All right.
We need some orders at the site, so maybe we'll get them that way. If not, that's okay, you know. Hey, we'll put them on a site. Whatever. But then you'll pay for them. Okay.
Right.
Okay, you guys. So
Thanks,
nice to be with
guys.
you. So nice. Thank you so much for your support. Please continue to do that. Like, subscribe, and also comment, please. And that's not these comments on the feed. That's another reason we're going back to the produced. Because there's nothing to comment on in here. And this seems the easy way, or maybe you don't understand.
Yeah, once this posts to YouTube, those comments disappear.
Well, actually, they're there.
But nobody else can see them.
I can bring them
You
up.
can see them. But,
Well, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I
but
don't know.
if you could go back and comment, that would be great.
But they don't matter because YouTube doesn't look at them. They don't care about that. That's for me to handle, you know?
Yeah.
But it has to be out underneath the video and the video description. So I need those comments so bad. I had some really nice comments last week. Appreciate it so much. So thanks so much, and we love you.
Bye.